Hey, cheers.
Cheers, Oliver.
Don't say my name.
Cheers, Ollie G.
We're trying a 2-camera setup.
Yeah.
Because Japan's small.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we're at EQ.
EQ.
A members-only izakaya in Tokyo that Oliver's only been to once before.
They take my card?
Yeah, they took our cards. You have to have a membership card to come here. But yeah, so today, what are we discussing?
Today we're talking about something I might have already put up by now. That we went over not too long ago, which was the Ninja Turtles. Why is it cool? Ninja Turtles? Why is it cool?
The Ninja Turtles in general, or specific?
Well, I specifically want to talk about the first movie. These girls are loud. I specifically want to talk about the first movie because that is that's my everything when I think about Turtles. Aside from a few extra, a few toys, a few games and whatnot, but when I think of Ninja Turtles, I think of that movie.
Right. So when we did the Let's Play of Turtles in Time, I got the sense that you didn't really see much of the animated series growing up.
I know I did, but I didn't. I was looking up some stuff before we came, and they had that concert series. That was Out of the Shell or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to that, but I only know that because my mom told me that she took me, and that it blew my mind. Apparently, I couldn't understand that they were real, and it was just too much for me. And she tells the story all the time.
They had a He-Man one like that too that I remember going to. I can't remember if I went to the Turtles one or not. But yeah, those were a thing.
Yeah, looking at footage of that is, good God.
Yeah, it's pretty horrifying.
I love you, Mom. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. God.
Okay, so yeah, I think we both have similar feelings for the movie from 1990, right? And we've spent some time before discussing it, and I think that might have been one of the seeds that was planted to maybe talk about stuff like that on camera.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun talking about it.
Yeah, we were basically at work.
Yeah.
We had a teacher planning day, and we planned watching the movie again. Yeah. Basically, most of our day.
I think we just sat there and quoted the movie for half an hour.
And a lot of Jesse Ventura.
Yep.
And some Alex Jones. And quoting, not watching.
Quoting, yeah. And listening to fake versions of them by Will Sasso.
I really hope no one's offended that I'm filming them. This dude back here is gonna shank me, I feel like. He's just looking over. Why do you like the movie?
So, I told you before. I believe it was when I went to go see The Little Mermaid. I believe that's what it was. I was with my aunt, and they showed the trailer for it, and it blew my mind.
How old are you?
36.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I'm
30, so.
I was 8 when Ninja Turtles came out.
Because Little Mermaid came out 89.
89. So I was 7 when I saw Little Mermaid, and 8 when I saw Ninja Turtles. And yeah, but just seeing the trailer, I was like, oh my god, this movie has got to come out now. And I was telling you too, if you go back and I didn't show you, I forgot. If you go back and watch the original trailer, all the voices are different because they hadn't cast the voice cast yet.
Everybody?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone. The guy that does Mikey's voice sounds pretty similar, but I don't think it's the same guy. Shredder sounds different. The other one sounds. It's it's very jarring if you've seen the movie and grew up with it. Then you go back and watch the original trailer.
Yeah.
But I remember being obsessed with that movie when it came out, and I had a poster, the movie poster of them popping out of the sewer. And it was very colorful.
Yes,
their faces, and they all got this big
yes. I think I might have had the same one.
Yeah, you can see it on the screen now.
Oh wait, if we're doing a split, that way. Okay.
And I remember almost weeping over this poster, just being like, "Why can't it be real?" 8-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't know. That movie was so convincing. I knew there were guys in suits, but
yeah, but even then, they're so I don't know, the body language. The acting in the suits is so even now, I saw it today again, but like as a kid, if I was a kid, I'd be convinced
Yeah,
easily.
the animatronics in the faces were amazing. I mean, there's some
A little bit of
shady,
a little
But it
weird
worked.
lower lip stuff that happens.
Yeah,
But they're turtles, so what the hell? Like,
It worked. It wasn't like was it Ninja Turtles 3? Or no. Was it 3? Oh no, it was like the rap video they did, like the Christmas rap video. They're like really jerky.
It's just
Oh, God.
teeth.
Oh,
It's just
oh,
weird.
oh.
But you can see like there's like a clear disconnect between the head and neck. Like it looks like a helmet. And it's just weird. Like in this movie, they don't. I don't know. Just I think they seem to fit really nicely. And
Yeah, but yeah, it looked great. Great action, great martial arts. Lots of good fights, brutal fights. Just the tone of the movie was pretty dark and brutal.
Well, that was the thing. I was watching it now with my adult eyes. I was noticing a lot of like, whenever there's a flashback or something, the lighting would change.
Yeah.
Like you could tell they had different lights, all set up, and they kind of darkened them. So they darkened the character to kind of pull them out of the scene and like into like the memory, which is like, that is completely unnecessary for a children's film.
Yeah. Well, the director was actually a music video director. But you can kind of tell like his style is very music video style in some shots. But he directed a lot of Madonna videos and some other stuff. I think this was his first movie, and this was also the most expensive independent film ever made, and it was the highest. I guess it was the highest grossing independent film, but technically, because it was independently produced. It was just bought by New Line. But yeah, it did really well.
It was produced by like Raymond Chow's.
It was Golden Harvest.
Golden Harvest.
It does basically just Hong Kung kung fu movies and things.
And you can definitely see a lot of that.
Yeah.
There are some shots like when they when Raph fights Casey Jones.
Yeah.
And there's this one scene, he gets up and he hits him. He goes after him with 2 bats.
Yeah.
And he misses one, but then he catches the other one. So when he gets the second, like when he catches it, they do like a quick like swing and then swing again, catch. And it's super like Golden Harvest, like Jackie Chan-esque, like impact. The sound was just like snappy. I think the actors inside the suits. There's a couple of them are Asian, and then a couple of them were white American guys, and karate dudes.
Yeah. And the guy, there's a scene where Raph gets like hit by a taxi, or he like kind of flips over a taxi.
Yeah, the guy's like, always, hey, who was that? And he's like, it looks like a turtle.
It kind of looks like a giant turtle.
In a trench coat.
You're going to LaGuardia, right?
Super like 90s, like, this is New York.
But the guy in the back seat, I believe that's actually, I forget which turtle it was. He's the guy that's inside the suit.
Hey, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So what made the biggest impression on you, like in the movie, like visually or
as a kid?
Something that happened, as a kid, or even now that you've revisited it.
As a kid, I think it was just like their attitudes. Like each of them were very like distinct. Like if you think of like other movies that were similar to that, like Henson-esque like type of animatronics or puppeteering. Usually they have to be really expressive in their movements and their actions, but
Jim Henson Company did the whole suits and animatronics. Yeah, I forgot that.
But they have to be really expressive in their movements mostly. Yeah. But these characters felt more like individuals, and so like that really translated to like cartoons or like toys. And, like I really felt like they were separate, even though they're the same, just different colors or whatever. But now watching it today, it was like. The angles, there's some weird shots that are just like kind of wild. Like there's one where the police chief is like, he's got notes on the kid who's April's boss's son.
Oh yeah, Danny,
right? So he's got like notes, his rap sheet or whatever, because he got arrested, and the camera comes down, it starts upside down, spins around, and it continues to turn out until you're in front of him. Yeah. For like a 3-second scene where he's just like, is this blah 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 blah? Cut. Like next. Like why would you do that? But it was super like really crisp and like, all right, I like that. And, also, the guttural sounds every turtle makes is like, we're kids, right? We're kids. We teach kids, so I'm always like, I wonder if the kids could like watch this, and I'm like, I don't know if they could watch this.
That I think the biggest impression on me also goes like down to the sound. And the voices and the sounds that the turtles make, the way they talk, the way the Shredder talks, the way that things sound like the weapon sound and certain things sound. But like, if they wouldn't have redubbed it with the new actors and the new voice actors and would have kept the voices that they used in the trailer, it would be a completely different movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like first thing I know that struck a big like whoa with me when I was a kid was, Raph is like looking. He pops up the lid of the sewer, the manhole cover with his one side, and he's looking at the side, and he sees April grab it, and then he goes, "Damn!" And I was like, "What? Did he just say that?" Yeah, I never expected that. Especially, being 8 years old, I never read the original comics. That was pretty much for like older teens.
Yeah. Yeah, for me it's one of those things I just came into like, what is it, like awareness with that already like in there, like I already knew about that. I already knew about like I don't remember the first time I played Sonic the Hedgehog. It's just like, no, it was always in my house.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just there.
The most like impactful moment of all of that entire movie, in my opinion, is when the turtles walk into their lair after it's been broken into by the Foot Clan and Splinter's been stolen.
They scream.
And then they just pan around Raph going. All this, and then you hear his voice echo like in the subway and like people like turn around.
Yeah, the guy like poking at it like, what the hell is that?
Oh god, that gives me chills every time I hear that. I see that scene and hear that scene.
That and for me was the there's Shredder's entrance. Not the first time you see him, he's it's just like a profile, but he's in the dark. But when he enters and
when he walks
in,
in,
my family, and all that.
Yeah, and they got that.
Yeah, and they uncover his shoulders and like, why would you just super regal? Yeah. That was pretty cool. But I think even more was the part where they're on the rooftop, and it goes. It's the first time they fight the Foot, they get their ass kicked because it's just like big numbers or whatever. But then this time, like, it's fun. Like they're kicking ass. It's all fun. They're like, oh, let's bring it on. We're back. Yeah. And they're fighting. And then suddenly, like, his second entrance when he just drops from wherever
a helicopter.
Well, I don't know. He's a ninja, and he shows up, and just that kind of like. The music changed, or like, we're gonna go get him, and everybody takes their turn and gets their ass kicked by him. Just so like, awesome. Holy shit, like, he's just now, like today's standards, like, I don't know, I think Kung Fu has been solidly demystified. We know there aren't any ninjas anymore. Everybody watches the UFC, like, we get it.
Kung Fu and ninja are not the same.
I know, but I'm saying, like, the mythos of, like,
it's not like they're 100% accurate as far as them being ninjas at all. But.
Right, but what I'm saying is like the expectations for what action is today compared to back then. Yeah. Whatever. That being put aside, like the fact that they just pulled back, had a clear shot of like 1-on-1, 2 hits you're down. Next, 2 hits you're down. And it's
really pretty dope.
It's dope.
Dope fight. All the fights in that movie are dope. Raphael on top of the roof being while he's fighting the Foot Clan, and Casey Jones is looking down on him.
I take all that back. That might be my favorite scene.
That's awesome
that has
scene.
the best editing in the whole movie. The back and forth. They're going up the stairs. He's being dragged down the stairs. Yeah.
I haven't seen this movie in a while. I have it
That's
all
exactly
memorized.
what it sounds like.
It's been at least a couple years since I've seen it.
What else? There's a bunch of those, like, kind of like, not just like, oh, he'll drop it any minute and then he drops. Like, that's a little corny. But everything up until then,
that was still,
there's just like this like back and forth, like when they're in the farmhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, also everything Casey Jones says is hilarious. We getting another?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you're too slow.
I'm talking.
Yeah.
He judges me every time we drink. He judges me.
Today, all beers, all drinks on this menu are only $1.
They're not paying us for this. They're not paying us for this.
Yeah.
We're paying them.
We were surprised. We already knew it was cheap. But
is there a minimum?
Oh?
Is there a minimum?
No. It says one drink.
We're gonna walk out here spending $5 and be done with the place.
It's great.
Yeah.
Although I don't know. One drink, 100 yen. Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay. Anyway, I'm not complaining. Even if full price beer is $190.
Yeah, it's not that much.
It's like 90 yen more.
Yeah. But
I pushed the button to call the server you're wondering why I'm not like flagging someone down.
Oh, I just
It's a button.
Yeah, that's how it usually works here. I mean, sometimes you yell out.
We're not sure how they're going to react to us
Filming,
cross-filming.
yeah,
We're trying to make sure not to film any
Trying to be cool
random
down here,
people.
trying to block people as much as you can. But yeah, that scene's freaking dope. That whole fight scene is good. What is it? What does her boss say when he's leaving the message? He's like, I know there's a lot to drop on you or something, and it like hits the guy's head.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something
Just
like that.
super
The
punny.
answer machine's hanging by a thread, and it's
Answer
burning.
machine.
Yeah, answer machine, kids. The answer machine. Look it up.
Yeah, we're gonna be those rude people who are like, you guys don't even know what it's like. Back in the day, we had to use cables for things. Blah, 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 blah. It was better back then. We had the sun.
Answering machine. Write that down in your copybook now.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah, that movie's good. Now, I am gonna do the old man thing when I talk about the one scene I've seen from the newer Ninja Turtle movies, which was the final fight scene against Shredder in the first one, the Michael Bay one. I don't think I like this very much. I think they're upset.
I think it's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll fight everybody. The point is that the end of that movie, or that fight scene, was so bad. In regular Michael Bay fashion, I could not understand anything that was going on. It was impossible to like visualize. It's just like it was happening at me, and I'm like, you told me like Shredder was like, is a guy in a suit? Is that a robot?
There's a guy in a suit, and originally, I forgot the actor's name. The white guy that's like this, is like the scientist that runs this company that created the ooze, was originally intended to be Shredder. And then fans complained, and then so they inserted this random Japanese guy, and they cut it to where he's barely in it, and you only see him like behind in like shadows. It was really awkward cut. But yeah, he's got a big machine suit.
Would they consider Liam Neeson in Batman Begins as whitewashing? Because it's a switch, remember? You think it's Ken Watanabe,
Yeah,
but then
that's
it's
true.
not.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of smart.
Write letters to people.
Didn't they do something like that with the Manchurian in the Iron Man movie?
No, that's it.
Mandarin, not the Manchurian.
Did I say Manchurian?
Yeah.
Sorry. Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Just like the oranges.
Point is, it's a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, get your hands on it. You could probably find it streaming somewhere.
Yeah.
Like I did.
My son, both of my kids, really like Ninja Turtles. And since I'm like a big toy collector and DVD collector, like they've seen every incarnation of Ninja Turtles ever made. And we watched the Michael Bay movie together. And my son liked it, but he was kind of like, they're kind of scary and ugly.
Yeah, they're really weird looking.
Yeah. But in that first movie, they're endearing each other.
That's the thing. Like I feel like the characters themselves didn't have to look like badass or whatever. It was like the situation, the lighting, the setting, all of that supplemented that idea.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They're cute in the first movie. They're realistic, but they still have a cuteness to them.
They got big eyes, man.
Yeah. You can feel for them. Yeah, they have those big, beautiful eyes.
But that's what I mean. Like, there's a scene when Leo's waiting on Raph. He's in the toilet.
He's in the bathtub, unconscious.
Yeah, just floating around for a little bit. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know how this helps him. Like, have some water. April comes in and is like, bloop, bloop, bloop. I'm out of here. And he's like, get better. And just leaves him. And poor Leo's like, he's dying.
And then, isn't that when April's drawing Leo?
Mm-hmm.
While he's like sitting there depressed in the chair? I want that. I want a copy. I want a print of that. I'm sure that you can find that on eBay or Wish.com, which is my new addiction.
Stop advertising for people. No one's paying us.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
Wish.com, pay us. How many people are gonna watch this? How many of you are there? I'm not looking at the camera. How many of you are there? I just broke it. Get out of here. It's my camera. Oh Jesus. I'm not okay with that. Alright, anyways. Would you recommend this movie? What would you score it? If you
just for
out of 10
nostalgia and things, it would be 10 out of 10 for me. Although I've shown this movie to someone, a Japanese person, that barely knew what Ninja Turtles were, had never seen anything from it, and I asked them their opinion, and they thought it was like cute and charming, but they thought it was a little bit too weird. Like, I guess they weren't used to like animatronic and puppet things in movies, so they thought it was kind of jarring to see the animatronic faces and things. But they enjoyed it. But you know, if I were to ask them now, like, what would they would score it? It wouldn't. I don't think it would rank higher than a 8 or around that. But I think it's hands down the best animatronic turtle movie ever made.
Out of the 4?
Wait. 1, 2, 3.
4 is the music.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count. So it was like, yeah, 1, 2, and then they go to
the second one.
Feudal Japan.
The second one, they improved some of the like the mouth movements and stuff.
Yeah.
But then the quality of the movie itself was down because a lot of parents complained about the language and violence in the first movie. So
Stupid parents.
the second movie, as Oliver, I pointed out to Oliver the other day, and he went back to check it. Like, they never use weapons in the entire second movie.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they have them on them occasionally. It's okay if they have sticks, but they can never use any of the bladed weapons or the sais or anything. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Leonardo has 2 sticks.
Yeah,
It's like, wait a minute, but you have 2 swords on your back.
Yeah, why'd you bring the swords?
First of all, if you bring out swords and you're a mutant turtle, no one's gonna do anything to you. They're gonna be like, I'm at. Oh, that's another thing that I really like about this movie. It has that campy '90s New York thing, like, yeah, New York thing, like where they're like, oh yeah, like no one is freaked out at all about like they're just being turtles. Like no, Casey Jones, like he stops for a second when he sees Splinter. Like, oh, okay. And they're like, oh, what? Like, first of all,
Casey Jones was drunk.
It's a giant rat.
April has the appropriate response, I think. When she
April has the only response. Why don't I train with Harrison Ford?
Yeah. Also, she was hands down the best April. I don't think she didn't match what she looks like in the animated series, but she actually matches what April looks like in the comic books. She has like frizzy, kind of curly hair, and you know,
she's wasn't too bad.
No, she's fine, but she's not really much of a character. Yeah, she's hot. The second April's hotter, but she doesn't match the character as much, I don't think.
Casey wasn't in the second movie, was he?
No, he wasn't. They put him back in the third movie, but they made him a prisoner in the what was it, 1800s. Then he's not Casey, but they're like, "Hey, Casey," and he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Is it the same actor?
Yeah, the same actor plays him. Casey does go to the sewer when the turtles have already transported, and he's like asking what's going on, and then he has to help babysit the samurai that got replaced.
Oh, that's right. That's so dumb. I forgot how dumb that was.
It was dumb.
Oh my God,
I remember seeing that movie in the theaters, being so excited.
What was the kid's name? Was it Yoshi?
I don't remember the kids. I'm kind of broken. I haven't watched that. I watched that movie.
That's another video.
Twice. After I saw it in the theater, and I kind of just tried to remove it from my memory.
I just remember like being like, why is Raph so like caring? Like, he was all about this kid. I'm like, but you're like angry.
Yeah. Man, I didn't know at the time, but I watched interviews with Peter Laird and Eastman. And they were talking about how the third movie was going to bring it back to its roots. And I was like...
The roots all the way to feudal Japan.
Feudal Japan. I was like, oh shit, that means, that means they were going for something from the original comics. And it's like, no, that's not what they meant.
Hey.
They're going to bring it back to the roots of just toxic sludge.
I still think it's really cool, like, in this movie there are a lot of like really sweet moments with Splinter. I don't know, everybody just feels really fleshed out. Like, you feel like you're kind of like, you're stepping into something already emotional.
Okay, this movie, the first Ninja Turtles movie, has swearing, blood, torture, murder. Yeah. Casey, I mean, he doesn't die technically because they bring it back in the second movie, but they fucking crush him with like a trash compactor.
You see his helmet get crushed.
Yeah. What else? Children smoking. Children drinking. Children stealing things. This movie was hardcore.
Dude, that movie is... Yeah. And dark. I mean, just really dark. Like visually dark.
I like the very opening scene of the movie where you hear April talking about all of the theft and violence and crime that's been going on, and you just see like random people in New York and their stuff just disappears, like that entire cargo truck.
Yeah.
Like,
how do they do that?
It's his dog.
I still want to know how they
The
did
guy
that.
like walks over and like signs a paper, turns back around, it's all gone. He's like,
Like, they steal the TV from the ladies, like fire escape or whatever. She's like, what?
I remember it has a sticker that says "I love New York" on the side. It's all burned in my memory.
Yeah. Whether we like it or not. All right.
Well, anything else to add about the original movie or Turtles in general?
Watch the movie if you haven't. It's good. It's only an hour and a half.
It's a pretty short movie.
It's $1.30. If you have kids, watch it with them. It's good. It's dark, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
I showed my son that movie when he was like 3 or 4.
His son Shin Godzilla. Like,
yeah.
You're not the. It's fine.
My son wanted to watch Alien, and
oh my
he
God.
was like, I was like, this is way too scary for you, Lyoto. Now he is 6, and he was like, challenge, let's do it, a challenge, like, you know, see how long I can watch it.
That sounds like
he and my daughter were both like, yeah, let's do it, and I was like, no, this is one thing I'm like, I can't do that to you.
You can't take it back. Either.
It will scar you. But Ninja Turtles,
maybe like 10.
Yeah.
Maybe like 10 years old.
Once they're over 10,
right.
I could show them Alien.
Because the first one, that's a whole nother video.
Alien, why is it cool?
Yeah, it's scary, but there's like some scenes that are a little like goofy. Like there's one point where you see the alien, he's like, "Rah!" He just kind of does this, like
yeah,
the ducks. It's like,
I love
okay.
those scenes. Yeah,
no, they're great.
There's a couple of things, yeah.
But like today's standards, people would probably be like, your kids would be like, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Back then, I'm sure everyone was crapping their pants. Watch the Ninja Turtles if you haven't seen it.
Alien was predecessor to Ninja Turtles. You get the full suit with like a partially animatronic head. That was there's some correlation there. Some correlation. It's
fishing, that's fine.
Fishing.
Watch the movie if you haven't seen it already.
Jodorowsky's Ninja Turtles.
The greatest sci-fi movie never made.
That also ties in with Alien. When you watch that documentary.
Yeah, I would say watch the movie. I give it, by today's standard, I give it like a solid 7 or 8. I think it's good. It's got a few pacing issues. Some of the New York shit is just really hard to get past. Like, hey, you going to LaGuardia? Like, all right, all right.
For me, it's 10 out of 10, hands down. If I take off my nostalgia goggles, yeah, it's a solid 8.
The only other good like Turtles movie I've seen is the
only other good what?
The only other good Turtles movie that I've seen is the fully CG one, not the Michael Bay one, but the.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. There are 4.
That one's called TMNT,
5,
right?
6. So there's 6 feature-length movies, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah,
yeah,
it's called TMNT. That was pretty good.
That one's pretty good, and the video game for that is solid.
And then after that, I don't know how well that did in the box office, but then just a couple years later, they rebooted
the cartoon
Ninja Turtles as CG. But one thing that's different is that movie is technically canon with the first 2 Ninja Turtles movies.
Okay.
I think, and they try to play on that. This is after all that happens. I think.
Well, yeah, because they don't like do the origin shit. They just kind of jump in. Like,
but in the Nickelodeon series, it's completely different. They redesign the turtles, and they do redo the origins. And April's different. April's like a teenager. They meet her.
Also,
and it turns into Star Trek.
Almost forgot. Stop with Star Trek. I almost forgot. Fucking Splinter training in his fucking cage.
Oh,
that whole scene when they fucking kill the girl. The girl's dead, and then they kill his master.
That's the second murder in that movie.
Yeah, and he's like, and he fights him, and he cuts his ear, and there's that one like, he's like, my ear. Beautiful.
It's hardcore.
Beautiful. Great puppetry.
That's
Great
hardcore.
puppetry.
And then you've got the baby. 4 baby turtles.
Pizza. Radical.
Love that shit. Oh, so good.
Yeah, I prefer that over like he was transformed into a rat. Like that's dumb as shit. This is way better. He stepped in some ooze. He was practicing ninjutsu in his cage, in his bird cage.
Ninjutsu rat. We need to get a pet rat.
No, we fucking don't. What? What did you just say?
Teach it ninjutsu.
No. Teach it not to get like Ebola or whatever rats get.
Oh, have you ever seen brown rats?
In Japan?
I mean, anywhere. Splinter always, when I was a kid, Splinter reminded me more of my grandma's dog, Teddy.
Ugly ass dog.
His name was Teddy, and even they agreed that he looked like Splinter from that first movie. So every time I saw Splinter, I was like, Teddy. He didn't look like a rat to me.
One small point of contention: Kevin Clash's Japanese accent. I don't think was on point. The way he pronounces R's wasn't right. He was saying Orokusaki. It should be Orokusaki if he was technically like.
Hey man,
come on, man.
He was a rat. He couldn't even talk. Kevin Clash does the voice of Splinter.
Yeah. Elmo
He
does.
created Elmo.
Yeah.
Or
no, he didn't create Elmo.
He created the voice.
The popular version of Elmo.
It wasn't like the first version of Elmo. Like, hey, I'm Elmo.
Yeah, super deep voice is fucking weird.
Different colors, shapes, and sizes.
We could all win beauty prizes.
Yes, we're happy girls.
It is fucking creepy.
I like that. I kind of tried to bring that back with the drunk Elmo and our first KFG video.
We gotta stop this. It's getting too long. Okay.
Alright, yeah, so Turtles.
Turtles, watch it.
Yes, watch it. Also watch the Turtles in Time video that we did before this.
We did that. That should be up already. He's a Tokyo Toy Bastard.
Oh, that's right. I'm Tokyo Toy Bastard.
I'm Oliver. And we sometimes work on a project. What do we call it?
You're not supposed to say your real name.
Oh, I'll believe it.
Okay.
That's not my. You're not supposed to say your real name. That's the gag. I believed your name.
You told me not to say your name.
It just was a joke. Okay, there's people over there. I don't want to get them in the film.
Alright, yeah, we're gonna turn this up before we get
weirder looks.
hassled.
Yeah.
And we're gonna continue drinking 100 yen beer.
Yeah. Okay. So check him out. Tokyo Toy Bastard. Ollie imported. We both work on the thing called Kentucky Fried
Gaijin.
Godfathers, and you should check it out.
Kentucky Fried Godfathers.
Radical. LaGuardia.
No. Me, Claudius.
No, me, Claudia.
Me,